Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be diving into something super relevant for all of you out there, especially if you're running a local business. Um, we're talking AI, but not just AI in the way you hear about it all the time these days, like self-driving cars and all that. This is about using AI right now to help your business thrive, and I mean today.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking practical applications, stuff you can actually implement like right away, not some far-off futuristic concept.
I'm talking about things like, uh,
AI calling and AI office agents.
like I know.
And they are, but what's really cool is how this technology is becoming so much more accessible, even for smaller businesses.
So we're going to break down exactly what these tools are, how they work, and the pros and cons so you can figure out if they're right for you.
You want to help you make informed decisions because, let's face it, technology moves fast these days.
It really does. Okay, so let's start with AI calling. What comes to mind when you hear that?
Well, I immediately think, wow, imagine if I could have AI agents answering my business calls 24/7.
Right? That's exactly it. No more missed calls, no more scrambling to answer the phone after hours.
Exactly. And we're not just talking about simple answering services here. AI callings can handle customer support, book appointments, even qualify leads, and remind people about billing. Pretty much anything you'd have a human receptionist or assistant do.
Yeah, and think about the possibilities for local businesses, especially those with, limited staff,
Absolutely. It's like having an extra team member without the overhead.
which is huge when you're trying to manage costs. But, and this is the big question I have, how do these AI agents actually sound to the person calling? Because we've all had those experiences with automated systems that sounded, well,
Robotic.
exactly like you're talking to a machine, not exactly warm and fuzzy feeling for your customers.
Right. Those early systems didn't exactly win any awards for their people skills, but the good news is AI has come a long way really fast.
So what's changed? How are these AI callings plus agents different?
Well, it all comes down to this thing called natural language processing. It's a mouthful, I know, but basically, it means AI can now understand and respond to human language in a way that's so much more natural and conversational.
So no more robots from the 80s.
No more robots from the 80s. We can thankfully leave that image behind. AI can analyze not just the words we use, but also the tone of voice, even pick up on context.
Wow, that's impressive. So it's not just about spitting out pre-programmed responses anymore.
Exactly. It's about actually understanding what the caller is saying, even if they don't say it perfectly, and responding in a way that makes sense.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
But we're talking about local businesses here, which often have a really specific, vibe or personality. Can these AI agents adapt to that?
That's a great question, and it's where customization comes in. One of the really cool things about AI calling is that you can tailor the voice, the tone, even give your AI agent a bit of personality.
So, like, if I wanted my AI agent to sound like a friendly neighbor or a super professional consultant, I could do that.
You got it. It's all about making the technology work for you, not the other way around.
Okay, that's really interesting. So we've covered AI agents answering calls, but let's move on to something even more, I guess, expansive.
AI office agents.
Yeah, this is where things get really exciting.
Yeah, because we're talking about not just one AI agent, but a whole team of AI employees working for you, right?
You got it. And not just a small team either. We're talking over 70 different AI employees, each specialized in a different area.
Whoa, 70. That sounds like a dream team. And I'm guessing they don't need coffee breaks.
They run on something even better, pure processing power. And you're right, no coffee breaks, no vacations, no sick days. They're always on, working behind the scenes to help your business grow.
So let's break this down a bit. What are some examples of these AI employees and what they can do for a local business?
Well, let's say you own a small bakery, right? You could have an AI employee, let's call him Baker Ben, who handles your online orders and manages your inventory.
Okay, so Baker Ben's making sure I've got enough flour and sugar. Got it.
Exactly. And while Ben's on inventory duty, we've got, say, Marketing Mary, who's busy crafting engaging social media posts, promoting your latest pastry creations.
And I'm guessing these AI employees can also handle things like, I don't know, email marketing, writing blog posts, that kind of stuff.
You're catching on. The possibilities are really quite vast. You could have an AI employee who crafts personalized email campaigns to your customers, another one who writes blog posts about the latest baking trends, even one who manages your online advertising campaigns.
It sounds almost too good to be true. Like, is this actually realistic for a small business owner to manage?
That's a fair point. I think one of the the things that holds people back from embracing AI is this fear of the unknown. It seems complicated, maybe even a bit intimidating.
It definitely has that aura, yeah.
But the reality is these platforms are designed to be user-friendly. Think about it like this.
Yeah.
You don't need to know how a car engine works to drive a car, right?
That's a good analogy. Okay, so it sounds like the potential here is huge. But let's talk about the elephant in the room, data security. If these AI agents are handling my business calls, accessing my customer data, how can I be sure everything's kept private and secure?
It's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it's a valid concern, especially for businesses dealing with sensitive information. But let me assure you, these AI platforms take security very, very seriously.
So what kind of measures are in place? What's preventing someone from, hacking in and accessing all my data?
Well, the short answer is encryption. They use high-level encryption to protect your data during transmission and while it's being stored.
Encryption. Okay, that sounds good, but I'm more of a words person. Can you break that down for me? Like, what does encryption actually mean in this context?
Sure. Think of it like this. You have a super important confidential message you need to send, right? So instead of just writing it out plainly where anyone could intercept it, you decide to create a code. Only the person with the key to that code can unlock and read the message. That's essentially what encryption does.
Okay, so it's like putting a lock on my data.
Exactly. And not just any lock, a super, super strong lock that's incredibly difficult to break. So even if someone managed to intercept your data, which is very unlikely in itself, it would be completely unreadable gibberish without that encryption key.
That makes me feel a lot better. So it's kind of like how our online banking works, right? Like I feel safe doing my banking online because I know there's strong encryption protecting my information.
Precisely. It's the same principle here. These platforms use the same level of robust encryption, so you can rest assured that your data is protected.
Okay, good to know. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. So we've talked about data security, but what about the human element? I mean, we're talking about AI handling a lot of tasks that humans traditionally do.
Right.
And some business owners might worry that using AI could make their business feel, impersonal or less human.
Yeah, I get that. It's a common concern. But I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool. It's not about replacing human connection altogether.
More like enhancing it.
Exactly. Think of it as like giving yourself superpowers. You're still the heart and soul of your business. You're still the one connecting with your customers. But now you've got this incredible technology working behind the scenes to free up your time and energy so you can focus on what you do best.
So it's less about replacing humans and more about augmenting what humans can do, making us even better at our jobs.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder. And let's be honest, there are some tasks that, frankly, AI is just better suited for.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, take data analysis, for example. Humans can only process so much information at once. But AI can analyze massive amounts of data in the blink of an eye, identifying patterns and trends that we might miss.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's not about replacing our intuition or our creativity, but rather giving us the tools to make better decisions faster.
Precisely. It's about leveraging technology to gain a competitive edge, to streamline operations, and ultimately to better serve our customers.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the practicalities of implementing these AI solutions. Because we've talked about the what, but what about the how? Like if a local business owner is listening to this and thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but where do I even start? What advice would you give them?
Well, the first step is to really assess your needs. What are the biggest pain points in your business right now? What are the tasks that are taking up the most time and energy?
Okay, so identify the areas where AI could make the biggest impact.
Exactly. Once you have a clear understanding of your needs, you can start exploring the different AI solutions available and see which ones align with those needs.
So it's not a one-size-fits-all situation.
Definitely not. Every business is unique. There are tons of different AI platforms out there, each with its strengths and weaknesses. It's about finding the right fit for your specific business model and your goals.
Okay, that makes sense. So once you've identified your needs and maybe narrowed down some potential AI solutions, what's next?
Well, then it's time to do your research. Look into different providers, read reviews, maybe even reach out to other businesses that are already using AI and see what their experiences have been.
Yeah, get some real-world insights.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to ask questions. The world of AI can seem a little overwhelming at first, but there are plenty of resources available to help you navigate it.
So it's all about taking that first step, educating yourself, and not being afraid to ask for help.
Absolutely. Remember, knowledge is power. The more you understand about AI, the more equipped you be to leverage its power to transform your business.
Okay, that's really encouraging. And I think it's important to emphasize that we're not talking about some distant future here. These AI solutions are available right now, and they're already making a huge difference for local businesses.
Absolutely. This is not science fiction. This is happening now. And the businesses that embrace this technology early on are the ones that are going to thrive in the years to come.
So it's not just about keeping up with the Joneses, it's about staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly. It's about future-proofing your business, setting yourself up for success in a rapidly evolving world.
Okay, so we've talked about the benefits, the potential challenges, and the importance of doing your research. Now, for those listening who are ready to take that next step to actually explore how AI can help their business grow, what would you recommend?
Well, I'd say the best way to figure out if AI is right for you is to, well, talk to an expert.
Makes sense. But where does someone even find an AI expert?
That's the easy part. We actually have someone amazing we can connect you with.
Oh, really? Like someone who can help our listeners figure out this whole AI thing.
Exactly. His name is Keith Jones, and he really knows his stuff.
So what's so special about this Keith guy? Why should our listeners reach out to him?
Well, for starters, he's helped tons of local businesses, just like yours, implement AI solutions. He's got this knack for explaining complex stuff in a way that actually makes sense.
So no tech jargon.
No tech jargon. He's all about finding practical, affordable AI solutions that actually get results.
Okay, I'm sold. How can our listeners get in touch with Keith?
He's offering a free consultation, which is amazing.
Free? That's even better.
Right. So if you're even a little bit curious about AI, give him a call. His number is 623-396-6083.
That number again is 623-396-6083. And hey, even if you're not ready to chat with Keith just yet, don't let this be the end of your AI journey.
Keep asking questions, do your research, and stay curious.
Because at the end of the day, AI is here to stay.
It really is.
And those who embrace it are going to have a serious advantage in the years to come. So, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of AI for local businesses. We hope you learned a ton and feel empowered to take action.
Until next time.
See you later.